to riff those tracks. I don't have a good tracks, better riffs on this here. Why you always gotta pick RiffTrax? It's your lucky day, it's time for RiffTrax.
Hello, I'm Faith, and welcome to Faith's Take, where I talk about anything and everything that I find interesting. And welcome to episode 55 of every RiffTrax short reviewed, where I take 5 RiffTrax shorts in chronological order, review them, and give them a rating between 1 and 5, with the points being good, great, awesome, fantastic, and spectacular, because I don't think a bad RiffTrax short exists. And we've got another incredible crop of shorts to go through. Not only do we have an At Your Fingertips short, but it's a live show At Your Fingertips short, plus a Flashdance ripoff about dental hygiene, a warning about peer pressure, and the dullest singer ever teaching kids how to be safe. So let's dive right into episode 55 of every RiffTrax short reviewed. Number 271, Safety as We Play, from August 5th, 2016.
La 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 la.
And illiteracy is out to a commanding early lead.
Oh, ACI. Yes, indeed. Before hitting us with some crap turned into crafts later in this very episode, ACI greets us with a safety short all about keeping cautious as we and our friends play together. But how, oh how do we make this safety short stand out, ACI must have thought to themselves. How do we get the kids to listen and hammer the message home? Well, how about muddling the message by also making it a short about reading? Well, how do we do that? Let's get the most bland and mellow singer in the history of music to repeat the same words over and over while they're on the screen, therefore making the kids focus more on learning the word than absorbing the importance of road safety.
ACI Films. Go to hell, lyrics.
I look in both directions and I wait. To the left, the right, the left.
Well, this is like Sesame Street if you replace the puppets with Quaaludes.
Says to walk, and we'll be safe and happy as we play. And we'll be safe and happy as we play.
Yeah, you're really radiating happiness, pal.
I'm so overjoyed, my heart is nearly bursting.
The street is not the place for us to play. The street is just for cars and trucks and bikes.
Okay, he's making it up as he goes.
And trucks and bikes.
The boy is riding the bike and now the girl's behind him. It's shot from the front, and now it's shot from the side.
We'll see many, many things as we ride along.
There's a homeless guy eating what appears to be a newspaper.
And we'll be safe. La 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 la.
According to my contract, law counts as a lyric. La 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 la. You can't sue me for a breach.
The singer drones on with his la-la-las as the short meanders around. Seriously, this guy makes the calendar short guy look like a musical genius. We watch all the children find their way to the local park, and despite arriving in one piece, they still have to relearn the same lesson about waiting at the curb over and over again. And that's literally the whole thing. No real story, barely any lessons, and the most pulse-lowering soundtrack ever.
Hey, come back, that's my kite. Hey, these weird hippie cult children stole my kite.
I stop. I look. I wait.
That's not waiting, that's going.
Obey your barely awake narrator. Obey him. Left, just like Dad, so you're playing catch alone.
I'm gonna weep. Mr. and Mrs. Bob Ross out for a Sunday ride.
La 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 la.
I love your clock shirt, honey.
My clock shirt loves you too.
There are many, many places where it's safe to play.
But none of them are near me, so you'd better stay away.
Play all day. La 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 la.
And another ACI short meanders to its close. Nothing learned, nothing gained. In fact, something important has been gently taken away.
And another pointless ACI film in the books. But despite its short length and lack on interest, the riffs are very strong, and this one gets a 5 out of 5.
I walk. I don't. I walk.
It's crazy that they play Shout at weddings instead of this jam. Woo!
Number 272, Flash That Smile, from September 14th, 2016.
Oh, I thought this was called Flash That Smile.
That'll snap your retainer.
Whatever that means.
Oh, the 80s. This short is just doused in its decade, and I love it. We open with Jen meeting her boyfriend in the park before going to her dance class. In said park, they see a trio of breakdancers introducing the hippest moves these white folks have ever seen. Flossing! No, not that cringe kind we're familiar with these days. A totally different cringe one. Literal flossing, like cleaning your teeth. The whole crowd thinks it's fresh, and honestly, they probably would have been viral on TikTok if this were today.
Looks like some things never change.
Our protagonist heads to dance class where, after some stretching, the teacher picks her out to show some moves, and in a post-flash dance world, she rocks the floor and then all the girls join in, delighting the teacher with their bodily contortions.
And she crashes.
The fresh taste of blonde.
What happened to that letter of recommendation?
I was up all last night working on some new steps just for her.
Listen, you got nothing to worry about. All you got to do is flash that smile and she'll love you.
That's alls.
I wish. Hey, Michael, look.
The 80s are starting.
Looks like some fly poppin' and lockin' is going on.
Oh, Mary Jo, this is so fresh.
Really? Because I think these b-boys are pretty whack.
You're whack. Oh, Mary Jo, this is why people don't floss. It's just too much work.
I knew I was doing it wrong.
4 out of 5 dentists surveyed recommend breakdancing to their patients that chew gum.
Okay, Gary, stop grandstanding. Thank you, Gary.
Gary, come on!
You can go oh so far. You can fly, touch the sky, go anywhere.
Well, that's just false.
Just as cool.
The belt.
Yeah.
Keeping the bottom up or the top down?
Well, I think it's just to emphasize her darling figure.
Oh, okay, Dar.
Well, look at her!
Well, she does have a real cute shape.
Well, that's a spirit, Dorothy. Look at her, she's...
Said you're so fine.
No. Excuse me, but there might be like 3 other people who want to dance on this floor.
I think that at this point, even the singer would agree that she has subjected us to her dream long enough.
Yeah. You know, like maybe if her dream is dancing, my dream could be not watching dancing.
Well, you can do anything you want to do, Bridget.
Brought to you by the American Crotch Association.
The dancing goes on and takes up a lot of time in this short considering what it's really all about. And after the girls get done congratulating Jen on how great she did, we finally see the story's true purpose. Jen is in the bathroom when she just randomly starts flossing her teeth. She tells a fellow dancer she wants her smile to be at its best, and while that makes sense, shouldn't she have flossed before practice started then? Her friend says brushing teeth should just be enough to keep them clean, and Jen decides to patronize her by drawing a picture on the mirror in her friend's lipstick to drive the point home. She also has the audacity to say to her friend's face, if you don't floss, you're a scum mouth. And at the end of it, Jen even calls her hygiene speech a lecture. Who lectures their friends about flossing?
And introducing the Trapper Keeper Dancers.
You looked great out there, Jen. Thanks.
Who am I? What do I stand for? Are leotards all there are in life?
Oh, ew.
Floss my teeth. Why? Why?
To gross out the audience.
Good in case I happen to run into I'm flossing to keep my teeth and gums clean and healthy. Here, look.
It's a lipstick intervention.
Hang on, I'm just gonna borrow it for a second. To make acid. Didn't know you were gonna eat chemistry like this.
This is one of the dollar TED Talks.
While you're eating. Aren't you getting rid of plaque when you brush your teeth? Yeah, you're getting rid of some of it. But a lot of decay starts in between your teeth.
You know, Bridget, this is like the time you and I went to the restroom and you taught me about bunions using my eyeliner to illustrate stuff.
What? There's no other way to tell? Well, unless it gets bad and turns into periodontal disease, it's not easy.
It's so nice that life coach Cindy has office hours in the girls' bathroom.
Gums bleed, that means you have the disease. And even if it's only kind of bad, you get junk in your mouth. It gives you bad breath.
Also, fluoridated water is how aliens track us.
How it smells. Probably tastes pretty bad, too. So how do you get rid of it?
Amputate your mouth.
Your dentist can help you get rid of it. And besides, what makes you think Richard Gere or anyone else would want to kiss a scum mouth? Would you want to kiss a guy with one? No, but... Wait a minute, who are you calling scum mouth? I use mouthwash. Mouthwash?
How high on crack are you?
Putting on perfume instead of taking a shower. Smells nice for a few minutes, but it's just covering up the problem.
Sheesh, why are you even friends with me?
Some are all right. Weren't you listening when I was talking about how plaque and sugar decay your teeth? And popcorn does that? Yeah, you gotta have something.
I'll help you with your weight tomorrow.
There's a time. I think I'll make an appointment with my dentist and have my mouth checked out. Good. I'm glad my lecture wasn't for nothing. Hi.
Sorry I'm late. I was yelling at my friend about her oral hygiene.
How'd it go?
Bridget and MJ take this trip down 80s lane and have lots of fun with it, and this one gets a 4.5 out of 5.
You know, the entrance requirements for medical school used to be different for women than men.
Number 273, Nobody Tells Me What to Do, from September 29th, 2016.
Yeah, we need the reggae music now, Mary Jo. We make everybody feel high.
I think we've all met a guy like Gary. He's basically the prototype for the incel nice guy. Not only is he insanely jealous of Zach, the popular kid in school, but even though he's made the baseball team, he complains that he'll be a bench warmer despite the season not even starting yet. Gary somehow has a friend, Dan, a guy who sticks by him, and he encourages Gary, telling him that Zach's actually a quitter who's scared to see anything through, and he's only into stuff like stealing so his hooligan friends will like him. But Gary's too full of self-loathing and envy to hear that as anything but malarkey, and Gary decides to try to change himself so Zach and the others will like him, a tale as old as time. And it immediately seems to work as he and Zach start chatting at the bus stop, and Zach convinces him to skip ball practice to hang out. And I think we all know Gary's fate is sealed. But he's not the only one. We also see a group of girls who have a pseudo-Zach named Carrie as their leader, peer pressuring them into shoplifting. This includes Donna, a girl who seems to like Gary for himself and not just for being a disciple of Zach. But her morals crumble, as do all her friends, as they need their holy leader Carrie to like them. And while one of them bails, the others will do anything to not be shunned. But in the end, the mighty fall as Carrie's the one who gets caught.
Nobody tells me what to do. Except Mary Jo.
That's right, baby.
Reporting for doofus duty.
Hey, check it out. A real baseball jock. No lie. Wow, I bet he's got AstroTurf in his knapsack.
This one.
Oh, no.
Hi, Zach.
Hi, Zach.
Hi, girls.
Why do girls always throw themselves at guys like him?
Because they have bad aim.
What a waste of time. The coach is a freak.
The kind you don't bring home to mother.
Oh, we do calisthenics. Not gonna make first string.
True.
Just end up warming the bench.
Right.
It's a real drag. I should quit.
Yeah.
Now, you're gonna get a letter for your jacket. That'll make points with the girls, bench warmer or not. Yeah, sure. Then how come Zach Thornton always has girls drooling all over him?
Because he's made of
What sports did
chocolate.
he ever play? Zach's a quitter. He quits everything. He even quit computers, and he was good at computers. He taught me what I know.
Then he quit me.
Cool kids always made fun of him. Zach doesn't care what people think.
Have you seen his hair?
Likes him or is scared of him. He's not afraid of anything. Hey, what about all those stories about the stunts that he pulls?
Like jumping that shark.
Peer pressure has caused him to wear a button-down shirt.
I'm waiting for a bus. I'm not looking for a hassle. Hey, no hassle, man. I'm just looking for somebody to talk to, okay?
Well, can't you just look at your iPhone?
Aren't you, Gary? I just don't like anything that takes up my free time. Why? What do you do with it? Hey, I know how to have a good time.
I know how to read my lines.
Nobody tells me what to do. Tomorrow, 3:30 at game 10.
My mom will pick you up.
Can't make it. I've got baseball practice. Oh, man. You've had baseball practice 4 days in a row. You can skip one day. Why not? It's about time I had some fun. Sure, I'll be there.
Well, one thing led to another, and the following week, Gary killed for the mob.
Meanwhile, at baseball practice, scouts for USC cross out Gary's name.
Zach, have you Hey, Harry.
Is she wearing a puffy Colonel Sanders blouse?
Hi. How are you?
Oh, this is Gary. The hotshot who just beat me at Defender.
You beat Zach at Defender?
Just once. It was a close game.
Oh, I'm Donna. Come on, Donna. We gotta find Carrie. Hi.
I'm Donna.
Carrie, are you sure we should try shoplifting at Cleo's? I heard Lisa Cook got busted there yesterday.
I don't see why not. We've been planning this all week.
I already RSVP'd.
Security. I'm getting a terrible feeling about all this.
It has something to do with the 8th commandment, but I can't put my finger on it.
You three just stand around the dressing rooms and keep the sales lady busy, so I can put a blouse on under my sweater. If I get caught, you won't get in any trouble.
Okay.
Donna, a tower of jello.
I don't care what Carrie thinks. I just can't go through with this. I've got to get out of it somehow.
Yeah, I have cancer.
No, there's my mom. I've got to go.
It's a gift for my probation officer.
Hi. Can I help you?
I did it.
This is nice. How much is it? It's about $88.
Cheaper if you steal
I
it.
don't think that they have it really in your size.
You! Hey, you!
Certified bra fitter. Hey,
Why? What?
this is where it starts to differ from Ocean's 11.
The gang of hoodlums discuss Carrie's fate, and it turns out she was arrested and has a court date. Donna and the friend who didn't shoplift leave the others in the dust, and Gary, late to the vandalism party, doesn't hear about Carrie, so he doesn't seem to realize the consequences that are at stake here. Zach, Gary, and a couple of other boys try to break into some fenced-off... I'm not sure. And I don't think I missed any dialogue because Bridget and Mary Jo seem as confused about the place as I am. Either way, the cops pull up and the two non-main characters are picked off right away. Zach and Gary hide, but Zach's inner thoughts reveal that he is scared and he thinks they'll be caught. And the cops actually reveal that Zach causes a lot of trouble, but is never the one who gets caught by them. After the cops leave, Gary asks Zach what the cops were talking about, and it turns into a flashback where Zach had stolen a car, but his buddies were off joyriding in it while he was inside talking to some old friends he'd blown off. And they were telling him he could always come back to game and computer coding like he was good at, but he decided to keep his thieving ways going instead. Then he laughs about the time he and his friends ruined a kind old man's yard that Gary helped him take care of, and Gary finally snaps. He tells Zach off, but before he can leave, Zach tries to get him to destroy some property before heading out, and Gary finally stands up for himself and abandons Zach. We know Gary and Donna have made it back on the narrow path of righteousness, but will Zach? We can only hope.
You should have seen Carrie. She was so cool.
And that is why she wants your vote this November.
Those 3 blouses. Even outside, she didn't try and run when the guard stopped her.
She simply folded from the taser.
That's what I would have done too. But Zach, I just called Carrie. She asked me to tell you that she can't use the phone and she can't see anybody. She's totally grounded, at least until a court date.
What court date?
She was arrested. They took her down to juvenile hall and booked her. Her parents had to come and get her out. She's really upset.
And I'm Donna.
So am I.
So what are we waiting for?
Yeah, let's go.
So what are we doing? Not so loud.
I don't want anyone to know we're in this movie.
You know, Gary, the first thing you do is try to get in the foreman's office. And Wes,
Bite me.
you're the lookout.
If the cops come, there's no way we get out of there.
Can't we just steal a loaf of bread?
Stage 2. You hit the foreman's office.
The
Farmer's where? What?
The Truck Stop Caper, an after-school special about stealing beef jerky.
We should just buy our own whatever these things are. Bad boys! Bad boys!
What you gonna do? Oscar the Grouch, no!
They don't even have a slogan, just police.
I know the witness said she only saw 2 suspects. We know these 2 guys.
Picked him up with that Wilkins kid.
Yeah, about 8 months ago. You know, they always work in a group of 4, so it's never pairs.
Yeah, they hang around with that Thornton punk now.
You okay, Zach?
Hey, pooping your pants is a sign of masculinity, so just shut up.
Hey. So when do we get out of here?
I'm afraid we'll have to start a new life here.
That night at Dan Bergen's party at the drive-in.
We go there live.
Are you here for the party?
My mentor, a computer genius.
Oh, if you were looking for a backstory, that was it.
Oh, thanks.
Remember those computer games we used to make up? Well, certain companies buy them.
Please, computers are a fad.
Those games, who do I sell them to?
Once we picked our idea, it took us 6 months to design and program it. But you could do the same thing, Zach.
Yeah, why don't you? Yeah, maybe I will.
But I'm kind of swarthy, so I'm already cast as the ne'er-do-well.
You know, next time I steal a car, I'm gonna lend it to some guys who can keep their eyes open. Those guys are so stupid they deserve to get caught. Well,
You know what? In my circles, I rarely hear the words, next time I steal a car.
Interesting, isn't it?
One spotted him and pulled him right up. We were over on Oakwood Avenue, trashing up this old guy's yard, pulling up the weeds and the flowers.
Is pulling up weeds vandalism?
We're gonna turn it into one solid. That's Mr. Kessel's yard. I work for him. That makes it even funnier.
Hey, I didn't say they could film in Ron's in my yard.
Is this one of the weeds he was talking about?
I don't know.
I can't afford to pay you any extra. Don't worry about that. We'll get it cleaned up.
We'll just shove everything under the bed.
What a good kid.
He is.
I'm not staying here any longer. I'm leaving.
Good day, sir.
Or maybe we can just wreck something, you know? So those stupid cops will know there was somebody here.
You've got to be kidding. You think your luck's gonna last forever?
With that embouchure.
Those cops aren't gonna come back now.
I got better things to do with my time.
Oh, please let him call me back. Please, oh, please.
If we don't do something.
This after-school special about not being a jerk is very in line with the classic RiffTrax fodder, and the riffs are hilarious the whole way through, and it gets a 5 out of 5.
I would make such a bad criminal. I always start laughing when I'm nervous, and I'm lazy, and I confuse instructions easily, so you'd have to repeat them a lot.
Oh, I think you'd be a fine criminal.
Oh, thank you, Bridget.
Chippy guys keep their mouth shut.
Number 274, At Your Fingertips, Sugar and Spice, from October 5th, 2016.
Light comes through the sugar crystals and lights the inside of the egg.
But remember, it is also staring back at you.
Ah, here we go. Another entry in the beloved At Your Fingertips series. And it's super exciting today as this one is live. Yes, originally riffed live on December 4th, 2014, with the re-riff of the MST3K Christmas classic Santa Claus. Hence Bill being in that amazing North Pole guy costume. And in the holiday spirit, ACI is making crafts that include ornaments and hollow Easter eggs. And the bizarre materials that our Potter children will use for these creations are sugar and spice. They just had all the kids raid their mom's kitchens, and I guess this is the best they could come up with. The children add a bit of water to make the sugar stick together to start building models out of it, like one would with clay or sand. And seeing how ACI had a short about playing with clay already, this one seems a bit odd and redundant, but here we are. I guess the difference is with the clay, they were making jewelry and little figures, whereas with the sugar and spices, they're mainly utilized to make ornaments your mother will love, despite it being ugly and a literal magnet for ants.
We have a short. Yes. Yeah. Little movie.
It's weird. It has no credits or introduction. It just goes right into madness.
Slams you right the heck in there.
No messing around.
So just be prepared. But it is called At Your Fingertips, Sugar and Spice. Yep. Close-up of a child eating a kitchen sponge. This fits right in with the series.
And time for Lil Pablo Escobar.
When you dampen it with a little water, you can shape it with your fingers.
But why do that when you could cut up your little brother's football with scissors instead?
This colored mixture of sugar and water can be used as glue.
Don't you already know how to make pink glue out of sugar and water? Well, there's no film to teach you that, kid. Just go outside and stare at the sun or something, idiot.
This icing can also be used for decoration.
Get creative decorating this thing, even though we've given you no indication what it's going to be or why you're making it.
This is the last thing I see before diving head first into the sherbet tubs at Baskin-Robbins.
Do that a lot, Kevin?
That's my Wednesday night thing.
Okay, rock on.
Love it.
Ugh. Almost any smooth, hollow shape will mold the sugar.
Yes, Timmy, the skull of a dead mouse would do it too, but your questions are a little morbid, son.
Now, Eat a handful of cloves. Just do it. Big Bird begins.
And as is the case with so many ACI shorts, the audience is given as little information as humanly possible, as the jaunty, royalty-free music twiddles on in the background. Yes, we don't get to know what any of these crafts are supposed to be until they're finished, and even then it's pretty hard to distinguish. And once the children are happy with all of their sticky creations, they gather around a table to feast. That's right, the insanity of ACI never stops, as the adults behind this film allowed all these 7-year-olds to gobble up literal slices of pure, unadulterated sugar. I can only imagine how the parents all felt when the shooting day was over.
Naked mole rats. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. You love racquetball more than me, huh, Dad? We'll see about that.
And then Mr. Snowman got his throat slit.
That is morbid, Timmy.
Timmy, really. And because Frosty is a serial adulterer, this big scarlet A.
Then have Burl Ives breathe his dark gift of life into your creature.
Now comes this film's big question. Are upside-down egg cartons grass? Well, now that I got a closer look, it all makes sense. My brothers and I would always fight over who got to place the traffic cone on the snowman's head.
Once your blue meth is 98% pure, you're ready to take out Heisenberg.
This short was sponsored by Crappy Cut-in-Half Plastic Footballs Incorporated.
World's saddest birthday cake. Alone again.
A meal fit for a clown.
It's fun to make things of sugar, and they are good to eat.
What? Just grab a slice of instant diabetes, kids.
My God.
Yet another classic in the At Your Fingertips series has come and gone, and on the live show stage no less, and this one gets a 5 out of 5.
Now give up on this silly project and scarf all the sugar down as fast as you can. Life is hard. You deserve this, kid.
Number 275, The Home of the Future from December 27th, 2016.
Sitting on your ass is a snap in 1999.
The world.
You know, if there's one thing I love, it's media from the past attempting to predict the future. And that's exactly what this entry is. The year 1967 is showing us what life will be like in the super futuristic year of 1999. This blast from the past into the future starts with a mom and son frolicking on the beach. The son builds a sandcastle version of their modern home, which they begin to name off every single room of. We then get to venture with them into the house, and we see the husband and father of the family working on his both aiding with the colonization of Mars / developing a better peach work. And that is not hyperbole, those are his literal jobs. As father works on his fruit, the son goes through some homeschooling work on the computer that runs every single aspect of the home and knows every single detail about each of the inhabitants. Now, I'm not saying we're doing much better in the digital security department here in the real future. I'm just saying that if the home wanted to uprise Smart House style, it wouldn't be hard. But the family doesn't mind so long as mom in the kitchen of tomorrow can make a full luncheon spread in less time than it takes to microwave a Hot Pocket.
Mom, I just dislocated my hip.
What are you building, Jamie?
It's our house. Can't you tell?
Yes.
Okay, no.
Finished it.
That's where the computer lives, and where I go to sleep, and where you and Daddy sleep.
Oh, yeah, you'll have to build a separate house for where Daddy
We
sleeps.
see the ball game.
That's just too much for your old mother to understand.
Old? You're not so old.
Well, I'll be 44 next year.
Wow, I didn't expect this movie to be so graphic.
Wow, she blatantly announced her age.
Back in those days, 44 was like 244.
I know.
He is engrossed on this sunny morning in the study of the cellular structure of a new exotic fruit tree.
Well, that's what he tells his wife.
His experiments will produce a giant peach with a thick protective skin much like that of a tangerine.
Well, why not just wrap it in a tangerine?
This is one of the many 20. All pertinent information about this family, its records, its tastes, and reference material, is stored in these memory banks, available instantly to every member of the family.
Except Mike's secret prune experiments.
Much of his education, however, is carried on in a kind of education center within the home.
Yet he still somehow manages to get rolled for his lunch money.
And fed into teaching machines, which allow him to progress as rapidly as his awakening mind can absorb the audiovisual lessons.
I wish Steve Jobs would come along and smallerize this thing.
Unfortunately, we forgot to teach him to read.
According to Aristotle, a body that falls possesses weight. Those that do not fall
Well,
have
they were
no
spot on about pretending to work while doing other fun stuff on the computer.
I'm hungry.
Yeah, me too. How about lunch?
How about 2 minutes?
Okay, 2 minutes and counting.
Well, they could only be futuristic to a point.
Yeah, the mom not making lunch, completely unimaginable.
Oh, come on. A kid eating salmon and broccoli? Not even Isaac Asimov would have thought of that. Oh, wow. Is that what automats were like, Bridget?
An age joke?
Yes.
Split-second lunches, color-keyed disposable dishes, all part of the instant society of tomorrow. A society rich in leisure and taken for granted comforts.
Except for moms.
Of the next century, most food will be stored.
The house computer is truly a marvel and shows us some things we take for granted today that in the 60s would have been amazing, like online shopping and having a Casio keyboard. But some of the magical technology is still mainly available outside the home unless you're uber rich, like an entire at-home gym including a bench that tells you every detail about your current physical health and how to keep up in tip-top shape. And want to go golfing this weekend but the weather's bad? Why not just have you and your friends head down to Mexico City to play? Travel is quick, easy, and cheap in the future! And what would be the point of having a futuristic house if you've got no one to show it off to? Mom decides to impress by cooking up some grub the old-fashioned way so she can hold a big dinner party, which we all still totally do. If there's one thing this short got right about the future, it's that we all love to socialize and cook full 5-course dinners for all our well-traveled elite friends.
Central atmospheric system will maintain constant year-around temperatures and control humidity, bacteria, pollen, and dust.
You need never go outside again.
Clothing of the non-disposable variety. A camera will scan a display of wares, which she will select by push button.
Oh, push all the buttons.
What the wife selects on her console will be paid for by the husband at his counterpart console.
I will not approve her purchase of another husband.
Electronically. Is an electronic correspondence machine, or home post office, which allows for instant written communication between individuals anywhere.
I am a Nigerian prince who needs your help.
And tomorrow will be as happy as music.
With the exception of Creep by Radiohead.
Let's augment this a bit, shall we?
Do you believe in life after love?
As part of his everyday regime, Michael Shaw enters this home health center.
Totally hungover.
For perhaps 15 seconds.
The entire house powered by 8-year-old.
Hi, Fred. How's the old golf game?
Don't ask. 6 inches of snow and a blizzard on the way. What do you got in mind?
Turtlenecks.
Oh, how about some golf at Pebble Beach Saturday afternoon?
Only this time I'm going to have to get about 2 strokes a side because I haven't been playing all winter and I'm a little rusty, and I know that you've probably been playing every day, right? Sure.
You kooky elites from the future.
She's a skilled potter. Her work decorates their
Seems more like play therapy.
During her career years, she was a teacher of fine arts. Now she's able to continue practicing her crafts.
Oh, she needs more than just
Demands on her
practice.
time have been greatly diminished.
What you doing with the oranges?
I'm fixing dinner.
The old-fashioned way?
No, that's making reservations.
Are we having company?
The Shaws are giving a party.
And all the guests are computers.
Well, you know she likes to keep busy.
I'm not even at the party, and I want to get the hell out of there.
How's the fishing in the Philippines?
Oh, crepes, walleyes are fished right out.
Anywhere in the world.
Babalu!
I don't know when.
Oh, where'd he go? Ah!
Plastic hair. Viva Joe? Viva Joe!
Viva Joe! Oh my goodness! We cut to Mary Jo crying as an American Idol judge.
This guide into what our lives were supposed to have been like for the past 26 years is quite the fun little watch, and of course Bridget and Mary Jo make it even more so, and it gets a 5 out of 5.
So I gotta listen to my body tonight. Yeah, they say 2000, 0 parties, 0 oops at a time. So tonight I'm gonna party like it's 1999.
Yes, life.
And with that, another chapter of every RiffTrax short reviewed comes to a close with 5 very strong contenders in the catalog. As always, thank y'all so much for watching, and special thanks to my beautiful Patreon supporters, including Kevin Nata and Isabella Summit. I've got a ton more videos coming up, including some reviews I've owed you guys for a while now. I've also gotten back into live streaming on Twitch, so if you'd like to join me over there for RiffTrax and MST watch parties, check out the links in my description. I've also got links to my Discord, Patreon, and all the shorts we talked about in this episode. And if you enjoy my videos, please consider liking, commenting, and subscribing, as that's the best way to help me reach more RiffTrax fans out there. Thanks again, and I'll see you guys later.
It's time for RiffTrax.